Parasite on Top 100 Greatest Movies of All Time. The list of the 100 best films of all time, voted by international critics in 2022, features the Korean film Parasite and the promotion of the Hong Kong film In the Mood for Love. Recently, Sight and Sound published a list of the 100 best movies of all time, based on the votes of 1,639 prestigious critics, curators, and scholars around the world. Released in 2019, director Bong Joon-ho's Parasite became the latest debut to make this list, along with Portrait of a Lady on Fire. In early 2020, Parasite made history as the first non-English language film to win the Best Picture award at the Oscars. The film is about the journey of a poor family who pretends to be an identity to get a job in a rich family. Since then, the conflicts and secrets surrounding both families are gradually revealed. Coming in at number 90, Parasite was described by Sight and Sound as a dark thriller with relentless twists of class conflict and provocation aimed at our unbalanced times. This is also the only Korean film to appear on this list. Hong Kong cinema has featured two typical works in the career of director Wong Kar-wai. Chungking Express, Chungching Sam Lam, first entered this list, at number 88. Meanwhile, the love tragedy with the acting of Truong Man Ngoc and Tony Leung Triuvy, In the Mood for Love, The Mood for Love, ranked 5th, up from 24th in 2012. Critic Guy Lodge explains that In the Mood for Love rose to the top due to the emergence of a new generation of critics, who matured into the director's cinematic stage, and reached the status quo, both classic and modern. Meanwhile, Taiwanese cinema entered the chart with two films by director Yang Di-chang, Yi Yi, and A Brighter Summer Day. In 2012, both works were on the list, at 93 and 84 respectively. This year's chart saw Yi Yi's rise to 90th, tied with Parasite, and A Brighter Summer Day at number 78. In addition, this year's ranking also has the first appearance of the animated series. Those are both works from Hayao Miyazaki's famous Japanese studio Ghibli, Spirited Away at number 75 and My Neighbor Totoro at number 72. Among the 15 Asian films featured, the Japanese classic released in 1953, Tokyo Story by master Yasujiro Ozu, is at the top, 4th place on the chart. Sight and Sound magazine rated the film turned on by the approach to the tragic story of the elderly couple in a minimalist style. With a vote of up to 1,639 people, this year's list of the 100 best movies of all time by Sight and Sound this year has a diversity of genders and races, reflecting the trends of world cinema over the past time. The number of films by black filmmakers increased from 2 in 2012 to 7. In it, Jordan Peele's horror film Get Out comes in at number 95. In addition, this year's ranking also has the rise of female filmmakers. In 2012, only 2 films made by female directors were present. This year, the number increased to 11 works. Sight and Sound's 100 Greatest Movies of All Time list was initiated by the BFI in 1952 and is held every 10 years. The first film to be selected as the best film was Bicycle Thieves. In 1962, Citizen Kane became the number 1 pick and held the position for 50 years, before Vertigo rose to the top in 2012. Every 10 years, each person invited to participate in the poll will send to the British Film Institute, BFI, the names of the 10 best films they consider to be the best of all time. After that, the Institute will compile a list of 100 films. Compared to 846 participants in 2012, the number of critics this year has nearly doubled, making for a big change in the rankings. At the same time, this year's list also reflects world cinema trends over the past decade.